Guitarist, you want to make sure your next gig goes off without a hitch? Here are 7 essentials that I always carry with me to make sure that my gigs are always successful. Hey legends, welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a really quick one today. We're just going to have a chat about 7 different items I keep on me at all times at gigs to make sure that if any gremlins come up in my rig, I'm equipped to deal with them. But first things first, meet my new boy. His name is Cosmo. He's a 2-year-old French bulldog and he was a rescue pup and we love him dearly. So if you like this sort of content, do Cosmo a favor, go and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get this channel up to 1,000 subs by Christmas and would really appreciate that, wouldn't we, boy? Yes. Numero uno, the first thing that I always pack in my gig bag, I'm just going to lump them into one little category called tools. The tools that I usually take with me are a shifter. They're really good for, you know, your little nuts on the knobs on your guitar.
These nuts.
Pedal jacks, guitar jacks, and that sort of stuff. An assortment of screwdrivers, a flat and a Phillips head at assorted sizes that are relevant to your gear. So this one will do pedals and that sort of thing. Flat blade screwdrivers, obviously you want a bigger one if you're using a Tune-o-matic bridge, but just tailor the screwdrivers to the rig that you've got. The next tool is a microfiber cloth. They cost literally bugger all and they do everything. So if you've got a black guitar, you know it's a fingerprint magnet. So before you get on stage, give it a little wipe down. In terms of guitar polish, I use the Music Nomad, the Guitar One, not brand affiliated or anything. It was just available at my local store. That's what I ended up picking up. But yeah, this thing does all your fingerprints. If someone spills a drink on your gear, you got something to wipe it off. If you want to wipe the strings down after you play, you've got a cloth to do that as well. You're getting all hot and sweaty on stage in between sets. You want to, you know, give your face a little zhuzh zhuzh. Zhuzh zhuzh. Happy days. Number 2, headstock tuner. This one's one of the little Diodario ones, the ones that kill children because you can take the battery out of them. They're all USB rechargeable now. Really, really handy to have so you can tune your guitar in the green room before you go on stage. There's been a whole bunch of times where I've gone on stage and I've tuned my main guitar, but I've gone, okay, the second guitar's all good, stuck it in the rack, broke a string, picked it up, and the thing was out of tune to buggery. So make sure you tune your stuff before you go on stage, and a headstock tuner allows you to do it without the pressures of setup when you're on stage. Number 3, are you in a cover band and you play Wonderwall? You know what you need? Capo. You know what's better than a capo? 2 capos. Because eventually you're going to drop this, lose this, leave in your bag, forget it somewhere. These things go walkabouts all the damn time. So invest in just a cheapo capo as a backup, because you never know when this thing's going to go for a walk or break, and then you've always got a backup so you don't fuck yourself up, leading you to not play Wonderwall, and then all the cougars in the crowd are going to be upset. Don't upset cougars.
There's been spottings of a cougar, and that's not it. That looks like a house cat.
Number 4, strings. Everyone needs them, but not only that, get yourself one of the little string winders and one of the little string snippers as well. Because if you play gigs where it's like a cover gig and you got a gap in between sets and you bust a string on your main girl, you can always just get off stage, restring that one string up. It'll take you a couple minutes and then you're good to go again. So then you got your main guitar back and then you back up, happy days. Because it scares the bejesus out of me having one guitar on me for a 3-hour set. So if I bust a string in the first set, I'm relying on those 6 strings on the other guitar to hold me out for the rest of the night, and that scares me. I'm scared. Help. Number 5, pick. Picks. Plural picks. You think you got enough picks? You don't. Get more picks. And then when you get more picks, go back to the shop the next day and then get more picks. These things fucking disappear. Go everywhere. You lose them. They go onto couches. I'll drop it here and then I'll find it in Bangladesh. Like they're ridiculous. So get yourself an overabundance of picks, especially if you're gigging heaps as well, and just stuff like 5 or 10 in a pocket off your backpack, off your pedalboard case, off your guitar case. Just jam them everywhere. Have picks everywhere, because there's nothing worse than rocking up to a gig and having to borrow someone else's pick. Don't be that person. Number 6, guitar leads and patch leads. Don't be one of those nuggets who rocks up to a gig and puts your pedals on the ground and starts plugging in patch cables on stage. Don't do that. You're better than that. Get a piece of wood and some Velcro. Just make your own cheap little pedal board. But have spares, because these damn things go down all the time. They're so cheap to go and buy some bulk cable and a couple connectors and solder them yourself. Got a video here to teach you guys how to do it if you want to. There's 157,000 other videos on YouTube. If you don't like me, go and watch one of them. They'll probably teach you how to solder better than I ever could. Moral of the story, have spares. If you can't afford to go out and buy a whole bunch of guitar cables and stuff, learn to make them yourself. So for the cost of one ready-made 15-foot guitar lead, you could probably go out and buy the gear and make like 4 or 5 of them yourself. No brainer. What I tend to do with my patch leads and that, I'll just throw 2 or 3 in my backpack. And then I've got my main lead to the pedal board, the lead to the amp, and then I'll have one spare as well. And that sort of setup's never failed me. And then finally, number 7 is a guitar stand. There have been plenty of gigs that I've played where you go up on stage and there's no guitar stands on there, so bring your own. This one is one of the Hercules ones that carries 3 guitars, because I do a lot of gigs where I'm primarily on electric, but every now and then I play acoustic as well. So that way I can carry all 3 guitars on one stand, and it's right next to me, and everything's happy. It's nitro safe. Yeah, Gibson fanboys. And it is strong as shit, and it folds down to about the size of a mic stand. Look, I'll show a picture here because it's really hard to sort of get that thing into frame, but they're invaluable. They fold up to nothing. They're light. They're relatively inexpensive, and they last forever. They're strong as shit, and they carry everything. One of the good things about the Hercules as well, it comes with these little tubes that you can stick onto the part where the headstock goes into. So if you've got a guitar with a thinner headstock like a Telly, it bulks that out and it can still grab onto it and won't drop out. So that's always sweet. And then a bonus round, I'm not going to show you because no one wants to really see a set of dirty ass earplugs. But get yourself some decent hearing protection. I use the little Heroes ones. They're super cheap. They do a good job of just bringing down the volume, but not really killing the frequency spectrum that you're listening to. If they get lost, you're not upset. If they get damaged, you're not upset because they don't cost a fortune. But look after your hearing, because you've only got one set of ears, and when they're fucked, they're fucked. Say something. What do you want to say to the people? All right. Oh, is that right? But anyway, gigging legends, that's enough out of us. We're going to go and chill out now. But thanks for watching. Like I said, please go and hit that subscribe button. Get us up to 1,000 subs by Christmas. Leave a comment. Say hi to Cosmo. And I'll see you guys on the next one, huh? Bye-bye. Say bye. Good boy.